Are you guys ready? Here we go. Kuma. 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 Kuma.
This is Jessica Kinney here at the Alex Theater in Los Angeles, California, celebrating Black and White, the concert, with Linda George as our main event tonight, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun celebrating Assyrian arts and culture, and especially the music. So I am standing here with this gorgeous beauty. Please tell me who you are and what brings you out tonight.
Well, my name is Nineveh Dinha, and I work in broadcast journalism. I'm actually a news anchor out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And of course, I'm here tonight to support the Assyrians and Linda George. I mean, I've been such a huge fan of her ever since I was a little girl, and I haven't seen her play in concert ever since I was about 8 years old. So this is going to be an awesome event tonight. I'm really thrilled to be here. Flew all the way from Salt Lake to be here for one night. So, yeah.
Why is this event so important to Zita?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm glad I'm here. The importance of this event is for us, especially as Persians, to recognize one of the oldest nations that lived in our country for so many years, and we are so proud of having them.
And as a young Assyrian female, what does Linda George represent to you?
You know, she doesn't just represent something in the Assyrian community, but for women altogether. We have something to aspire to be like.
Why is Linda so important to the Assyrian community?
I think because she's very Assyrian. The lyrics she picks, they're very cultural, and she relates to people.
Honestly, I'm so proud of Miss Linda George. She's an amazing artist for every woman out there, and even men. You know, they feel her songs, they get closer to their women. But all I can say is she's doing a great job, and I adore her. She's awesome, and Shea awesome.
George, why specifically do you think that this is important for the Assyrian youth?
I believe it's good because we're growing together. So now we can perform at places like Alex Theater. It's very beautiful, it's very professional, and you know, it's always steps up from here. So I'm just very blessed to know that I'm part of it, the movement that's growing.
It is a unification of the old and the new, of a long-standing traditional artist who also pushed a lot of boundaries, and artists who are up and coming, who are modern, who are either born here or represent an American and modern lifestyle. And I think that for me personally, it makes me a whole human being, because I don't have to separate my artistic identity and my ethnic identity anymore. And so if tonight I reach a young audience member with music maybe that they haven't heard before, and then also an Assyrian, and we can connect on that level, I've succeeded. As I think that's why, for me, that's why it's a special night.
Well, Linda is known to be very pro-Assyrian over the years. She's patriotic, she's compassionate, she's very talented, and I believe she's a very good role model for all the Assyrian community.
we are very proud and happy to be here tonight, and I hope we'll have another program next year in November.
You've been a fan of Linda's since you were 8 years old. Why do you think she has such a draw?
I think she represents a lot of important things for, young women, young Assyrian women especially, growing up and listening to her music and singing her songs. I still remember lyrics to a lot of her old famous songs, and of course she's got an incredible array of modern music that has a mix of Assyrian music now. But again, she's just such an inspiration to young Assyrian women, and watching her do her thing on stage, of course, is inspiring to women like me as a little girl. And so I think growing up and having role models like that is important for the Assyrian youth.
And if you could say something to the Assyrian youth tonight, what would it be?
Well, you know what? I mean, just like Linda George has been an inspiration to so many Assyrian women and even men, I'm sure, I want to be that inspiration for Assyrians as well. I mean, my parents named me Nineveh for a reason. Growing up in America, of course, people asked me what that name meant, and it was so difficult for them to pronounce. And I would proudly say that, well, it's the capital of the Assyrian Empire. And I've got a really kind of a neat story to share. When I first started my career as a news anchor in Arizona, the general manager actually asked me to change my name, which was really insulting. And so I gave it some thought, but of course, less than 24 hours later, I unapologetically told him, no, I refuse to change my name, because it's not just a name. It represents who I am. It represents my people, the Assyrians. And so I just want to encourage everybody else to proudly wear that on their sleeve to, raise awareness and spread the word about Assyrians, because we are such the minority right now. It's important that we keep our heritage alive.
That was beautiful. You are a true beauty inside and out, and so eloquent, and such an inspirational story that I am so excited that many people will get to hear now as well. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us tonight, and have a wonderful time. And I guess it's been a few years since you've seen Linda George, so
I'm so excited, and I just want to tell all the Assyrians Libi Khadila that I'm here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming, showing your support for Assyrian art, Assyrian folklore. It's going to be events like this that are going to not only strengthen the foundation within our own community, it's going to be able to promote the Assyrian name throughout the whole Western world. Having Assyrian artist Linda George on the marquee out there for so many weeks, I can only imagine how many people walked past and wondered what an Assyrian was and Googled it. So that on its own. My father was scheduled to be here to do some of his poetry. Things happen. So I'm honored, I'm humbled that I can come in his place and use some of his words, hopefully to inspire you guys how it inspires me every time I listen to him. So. خدت قايم البابا الطور من همس من أيوخ شمية عطوراي خاتم ريم من يقروتة قلبك شن كبنا وصاوة من سنقوتا دقلتات من تقار نيشة وأمتا يمبر أصل باند حقويات أظلمانت كل أموات شلموا إلي كلهم أسروان زودئك إن بقرخ بنيكيو من دمباث إيد يوم بتجاوب لخ بشاريروتا لتيارايا ولدخمنايا لبني دشتا ولبني بورا يعقوبايا وكلدانايا ولصبرنايا وبرسبترايا وزيليو قال رامض
تامر قاتلخ أختي إيون أبو رايا تخت خير وبتلاوش إيكا بمايل هجلة تخمن تخت خير وبتلاوش إيكا بمايل هجلة تخمن كبر منه بتاعت شوانطة الثاني تشكى وتمر شرارة لبوا بإيده وقطعوا منه بختاريلي ومكروزيلي بقيت الآثر بكيان آثر بخيلة ضمة بالشمد آشر وبماريلي أنا برين من قنبر يا أرقى وآها شمشة أنا يوم من قبزونة لتلي موتة لتلي رمشة أنا يون كخوة آطر قوبة نهر برضو ساون أنا يون أراها آشر كغلى الدوري مخدوريون أنا يون شرايا الظهر الألمتيول منهوريون مجد إديون أنا لتر بنيخة بتلاقيون لا والبايد لا أطر قيمة وتاريخ سافر أطر بيشة وتجمل شاطر أطر قيمة وفرجة بياسة أطر قيمة وتجمل
إن بقرخ بني إيكيوت من دمباتد ديدي أمرت بتجاوب لخ بشاري روتا لا تيارايا ولا تخمنايا لا بني دشتا ولا بني طورا يعقوبايا وكلدانايا ونسطرنايا وبرسبترايا زيليون قال راما بامر قاتخ أختي إيوان آتورايا